Hi everyone, it's Megan from Cluttercrafter, and today's video is going to be DIY stencils. And I just used these binder dividers, so like for your school binders. They're really thin plastic, and I got them from Dollarama. Got them years ago, and there's like a pack of 8, so you can get a lot of stencils, even just out of one. Like I still haven't used up one full divider yet. And I went on Pinterest and just typed in stencils printables, and I just printed a whole bunch that I liked. And I didn't do all of the stencils yet because it is very time consuming and tedious, so I'll just do a couple here and there, and you can cut them down to whatever size you want. I made them kind of small because I'm going to be using them in my art journal, and I don't want like a full page. So I just I originally cut these down to A2 size, kind of like matte, but then I decided to cut them in half again, so I'm getting more stencils out of that as well. And I actually struggled here to tape the image down on the placemat. It's not a placemat, it's a cutting mat. So I just ended up taping the divider down to the paper instead. I'm sorry about the rustling that time. I was just taking off my headphones because they're around my neck and they were kind of annoying me. And I'm just taking my craft knife and very carefully I'm cutting out the images underneath. And I like using the printouts because it's a good guideline and it helps with cutting straight lines. There are a few that I've done the night before that I just done with freehand. Actually, these stripes that I showed it at the start of the video and again at the end. I actually used my paper trimmer to get the straight lines going across, and then I just took my scissors and made a snip on every second line so I can have a negative. And now I'm just doing this diamond shape, and no, this wasn't the stencil that I used. I was going to say I used this stencil in a upcoming art journal process video, but it was a different one that I made, and I just went ahead and finished the stencil off camera, and now I was just showing you that I still had room on the bottom to add more cuts, so that's what I did. And then I went off camera again and finished it, and that's the finished stencil there. And now I'm just going through and picking out a few more stencils to do, and this one here is kind of like a broken chevron, I want to call it, because it has the lines going down, so it's kind of like arrows, but it's more of a broken chevron to me. And I don't show the full process of me cutting out the plastic, and I'm just showing the start of it. This one here was a little more tedious because it had a lot more spaces to cut out than the diamonds. And then I also moved the plastic divider up like I did in the last stencil so I can cut more on the bottom. And be very careful when you're taking out the parts that you cut, when you're weeding it out, because it's very easy for the craft knife to slip and you can cut yourself open. And craft knives are usually really sharp. And that's the end of that stencil I was showing you. And then I think I did one more. It's this hexagon thing, and I'm just marking out how big I want the stencil. Again, I just basically cut it in half, and this is just I want to say it's Fiskars. I can't pronounce the name brand of the trimmer, but it cuts the plastic really, really well. It's because the plastic isn't like a thick divider, and this stencil was actually really, really easy to make. It was a lot easier than the others because the hexagons were bigger, and these are all of the stencils that I have made so far, and I'm just showing you one by one. The squares, the triangles, and the stripes I done freehand. And then I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, and happy crafting.